Hello, boys. Hello, girls. Hello, non-binary folks. Welcome back to the judgiest place on the piss turnet. My name is Jumps.
My goodness. My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
Thank God. And we are the
Judgies.
Back and here. What?
I was going to say judgier than ever, but I honestly, if I'm being completely honest with the listeners right now,
You're not feeling judgy?
not as judgy as I could be.
Whoa.
You know, I bet my stories tonight might change your mind.
I'm at a 3/4 judge right now.
Do you have very judgeable stories?
Oh, for sure. I have a Christian's beard hair in my mic. What are you doing to my mic over here, you little
Hey,
freak?
don't even worry about what I'm doing to that mic.
You little freak. And I know it's not Josh's because
Hey.
it was red.
Be happy that it's just your beard. I do have a little red in my beard.
You do.
I was offended for a second, and then I remembered, hey, look in a mirror, brother.
I just got done editing last week's episode.
And did we have too many tangents still?
I do think it came out funny where at the beginning I didn't edit anything out, and then towards the end I did like multiple
Hard cuts.
tones and bars. It was getting pretty Christian. It's just, hey, good job, bud, dealing with our asses. How about that?
Hey, I deserve a frickin' beer for that one.
I was cheersing Joshua, not you.
Ricky and I were kind of on your nerves.
That's all right.
I don't think we've ever been on his nerves once, a single time ever.
It was reminiscent of when you snapped at me on the Halloween episode. There was a moment where I felt the anger
I was having a bad Friday.
in post. Sorry we couldn't make it better.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, the bonus episode, if you don't subscribe over on patreon.com/judgies, but the bonus episode, the first like 25 minutes, I was laughing out loud editing it. It was so fucking funny.
Oh, good.
It was so funny. So if you go over to patreon.com/judgies, $10 a month gets you weekly bonus episodes, $5 gets you monthly episode, $1 gets you Discord access, ad-free episodes. And
You'll find out when
all
you
the
get there.
above.
Kind of it, yeah. But we don't just. Do you have anything to say, Erica? If not, it's cool.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. No.
Wait, why are we missing? Oh, we don't have the applause.
I don't have
We should have
applause
fixed
on my
that.
card.
Well, what we do have is mail sent to us
We
by
do.
listeners over at PO Box 50
Is this
196
something?
350.
That sure is. First one comes to us.
Wait, hold on. What's that one addressed to? Just the judges?
I don't know. Yeah, the judges.
Okay, well, this one's addressed to Piss.
There's no one here by that name.
That
Don't show the.
That I lied. That was
we got a save
their name.
save the date magnet.
And it's not Piston.
We have a save the date magnet from Kimberly and Gino. Hey,
Thank
weddings in November. Maybe we can make it.
you.
Ooh,
That's
November
it?
of last year.
There's no personalized note.
No,
I don't think we're gonna make it.
You know what? It probably will be hard to make it with just the name of the town and the date. I don't think. I guess we can drive around till we find
It's one
it.
of those one church towns. Whoa.
What's going on with this bad boy?
The package that Eric is opening
Holographic.
is from Australia, so that's pretty cool.
This says, seize the cake. Happy day. It says happy birthday, but they crossed out birth.
Well, because I
and
knew I wasn't going to get here on time.
they didn't even write in this card, so we could just reuse this.
Good.
That's smart. Right,
But-
birthday back on top of the crossed out birthday.
They did.
That'd actually be really funny.
Right at the top said in
Whoa.
bold red letters, you can use my name if you like. Hello, Judgies. Hello, Judgies.
Justices.
My name is Dristan. It looked like Piston on the card,
Well,
but it's not Piston, it's
It's
Dristan.
not pronounced Dristan. They're from Australia.
Dristan?
Justin.
That was so bad. That felt offensive. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
What is it?
I don't think you can be offensive towards the Queen's people. I think if anybody can be ridiculed, it can be anybody that are white that is day England. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? That's absolutely fair. And you know, Australia's had it too good. You guys have too good a weather. You guys look too hot, too tan. How do you guys all have perfect tans?
The weather was so good they made it rain spiders, and it's still worth living in Australia.
Yeah, sucks.
There's some redacted things at the bottom here. My name is Tristan, or Binary9 online and in the Discord.
Whoa! I didn't know you were Australian. I thought you were from the UK.
I've been listening since around episode 30. I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of my weekly routine.
It made it all the way to Australia in 30 weeks.
That's pretty crazy.
I was properly diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression a few years ago, and I can't express how much love I have for your podcast, for always bringing a smile to my face and distracting me from all my problems every week. I'm sure my roommate loves you guys too, because I do chores every time I listen. LOL. I don't really have anything going on to invite you to. See above diagnosis for reasons as to why I don't go out much. So here's a card I found. It's pretty rad. Sorry about the bad handwriting, though. And then in handwriting, it says underneath of that, just noticed I typed this. Haha. Erica, your episodes are my favorite.
What the hell?
You're welcome.
What a great episode to
You're
read
in
this
for a
on.
treat today. I love the tea. I'd advocate for an Erica episode in between each Christian and Josh episode. But that
Fair
means you'd
enough.
be doing more work, and that's unfair when you're already carrying the pod.
What the heck?
It isn't a Caratana, but here is something I found at a stall at my local shopping center.
A Caratana would actually be kind of fucking nasty.
We've talked about it.
The
Have we?
lightsaber. The lightsaber carrot, remember?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Well, you never listen to me. Christian, I love that your head is up in the clouds just like mine.
Fuck.
You ask the questions I am always thinking. I'm listening to episode 181 as I type this, and we literally both had the same he has friends thought to the last story. Josh, you are the third pillar that holds up Erica's episodes. Just kidding. Legit though, your banger tweets are the best thing to grace my timeline. Don't stop me from saying another banger tweet from Erica when Erica tells you off in your replies though.
Binary 9 has been a very long-term Twitter reply guy, so thank you.
This says, Aurora, mission Hosh, status action required. Approximate 3 years ago, you embarked on redacted. Josh redacted, mission status critical redacted, exterminate redacted, for your secrecy redacted. Good luck on your mission. Hugs and pisses, ya boy from down under. Dristan, aka Binary 9. P.S. I am yet to try pilk. In my household, we worship our Lord and Savior Pepsis Max. Not a spelling error. We love Pepis.
We love Pepis.
I hope that phrase doesn't activate Aurora. You opened up... Okay, thank you. If you opened up that switchblade in the
Oh,
lane...
be careful. That's the bite side.
Can you show me how it's done?
Here.
Was it just embarrassing you?
Why do you know how to do a switchblade? Did you have a switch comb when you were younger?
No, he had a knife.
At my house.
Do you really?
Yeah.
This is very tangentially related.
Imagine I throw that at you.
I went to go... Please don't.
I said imagine.
I didn't like it. Christian, I went to go pick up Christian to work out. Maybe it was a Saturday. It was raining, and there's this guy that doesn't live that many far. It lives in between us, and it was raining. And the only time I see this dude, he's like maybe 55, but he's like fit 55, and so it's like he could be like 40, but never took care of his skin, or he's like 70 and looks really great. It's like you really can't tell. But he's always shirtless in his front yard, either mowing or just has his dog, like not on a leash or anything. Just it's like this big black, like really long hair dog, just like constantly brushing it, shirtless all the time.
Oh, I'm sure he has to constantly brush it if it's a long-haired dog.
And the dude, like he's pretty fit. He's like pretty good shape. And I was going to pick up Christian, and I drive past, and the dude's just like in a light drizzle outside, just going fucking crazy with nunchucks. And I was like, that
okay.
is the sickest fucking visual I've ever seen. And so I picked Christian up, and I was like, dude, we have to go see if he's still outside.
We have to go on a detour.
And he wasn't, unfortunately. So
It was so exciting too, because Josh was like, wouldn't give me all the details. He described the guy. He's like, he's doing the sickest thing you could ever imagine. And I was
And
like,
your brain's just going wild
I'm
thinking
going,
about
it's
it.
going wild. And then we passed, and he's like, oh, he's not outside. And he's like, fine, I'll tell you. He was doing the nunchucks outside, and he was good at it. And I was like, Josh, the fact that you're like, I have to show this to Christian was like such a true moment of true friendship. And it was like, I could not have like been more happy than you being like, I have to show this to Christian.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe next time it's raining, he'll come out again.
Anything else we need to discuss at the top?
Nope.
Okay. Are you ready for some?
How about Josh's new shirt? That's a new shirt, and I love it, dude.
It's not a new shirt.
I love it.
the green overshirt?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've seen it before. Have you just never worn it around us?
He claimed he's worn on the pod, and I'm just saying I went through the last 50-something episodes.
Fair. Maybe I haven't worn on the podcast.
Oh, so he's a liar.
I have owned this. The reason why I gave you shit is because I wore a flannel 2 weeks ago that I've owned for like 3 years. And you were like, oh, new shirt.
Here's the thing, Josh. I go through your wardrobe every single Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, I've been picking stinkers out of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Name one stinker I've got in the closet.
The Taylor Swift shirt?
I almost wore that today because the Dead Poets, whatever, came out yesterday or whatever.
Somebody said that the name for the album is so bad that it does the opposite of rolling off the tongue, and it truly does.
Yeah. Because you want to say Dead Poet Society.
But what is it? It's like the Dead Poet.
I don't know.
It's bad.
But I don't know if you, Erica, heard the TikTok trending audio from like around the Super Bowl when it was like an AI Taylor Swift singing about My Big Travie won the big game.
No.
There is a song on it that literally sounds exactly like it about her singing about Travis Kelce.
Oh,
it's
no.
very funny that somebody literally predicted a song almost bar for bar. It's very, very funny. She literally like uses touchdown like as a lyric.
Oh.
So
I almost thought about trying to listen to it today to like come in and have references from it, but couldn't be bothered.
yeah, I haven't listened to it either. So take everything I've said with a big old grain of salt.
What's your thoughts on the new Taylor Swift album, Erica? This won't get us any heat.
I listened to it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Thoughts? Loved it. It actually changed my entire view on.
It was fine.
That's crazy.
I'm just fucked with you. I didn't listen to it. I didn't even know it came out today till my mom came over.
Damn, Tasha's got her frickin' fingers on the balls like that? She's a Travis Kelce fan, never mind.
We don't just talk about Taylor Swift on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. What that tells us go down line for silly little stories. And sometimes she does it.
Look. Hold on. I had everything set up and now it's... Where's it at?
Don't worry, I'll razzle dazzle them.
I'm pissed because I really did have it set up and ready to go. I'm so sorry.
These blokes warm the benches. We've been on a winning streak.
She used the word blokes.
Referring to Joe Alwyn and Maddie Healy.
Are they from Australia?
They're British, I think.
Isn't Joe Alwyn one of her exes?
They
Both
both
of them
are one of her exes.
And who?
Maddie Healy from the 1979,
75.
75.
Okay. Anywho, this one is from Zorin. It's not Zorian.
Zorian.
And this is a new subreddit alert.
Whoop.
Like, you just blindly whooped without even knowing what it was.
We trust you.
Why would you lie to us?
Because it's my episode. And I'm this silly little snake like that.
Silly snakes don't lie.
r/namenerds.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't think we've had that before, right?
For sure not. Come on.
I don't think this is a whoop to me, but it might be a whoop for the pod.
You've
Well,
gone
how about
on
this,
r/name
Joshua?
nerds.
Whoop-de-doo for you. I have been asked to give feedback on Jungkook as a name for a white American baby.
Can you spell it out real quick?
Jungkook.
Okay.
Did I pronounce it wrong? Probably.
That's
No, that
close
sounds-
enough. It's, BTS.
I mean, I figured it was, but
Yeah.
a close friend is having a baby boy soon.
That's BTS. I would have never guessed that.
One of the members of BTS, yeah.
Huh.
You guessed it. She's a diehard BTS fan.
She's in the army.
As in, took a cash advance on her credit card to see them on tour, Die Hard. Has multiple BTS tattoos, Die Hard. She and her boyfriend are as white as they come. This is their first child. My concern is obviously for the child's quality of life, sense of identity, and comfortability. Only 2 of us have given negative feedback on the name, and were written off as only not liking it because it is Korean / not being current on baby naming culture / understanding the BTS fandom, etc. She is a genuinely close friend and respects my opinion. Her parents are not keen on this name either. She loves and respects her parents, so she is still weighing her options. I lied. She's still weighing our opinions. She has asked me to take a couple weeks to sit with the name and see if after the newness wears off, I change my mind. She has argued that the singer is a big enough celebrity that everyone, future friends, teachers, employees, etc., will instinctively know the name.
Everyone knows, obviously, and only an idiot wouldn't know.
All 3 of us on this couch knew. It'd be weird if one of us didn't.
I am not much into pop music, so I don't think that this is accurate. Should I be attempting to talk her out of this? And if so, how do I approach the conversation in a way that might actually get through? Most importantly, what names could I suggest instead? Thanks in advance.
I think, especially considering it'd be a first name, that kid is gonna be fucked. Like,
Yeah.
if it was a middle name, you could at least hide it away. Like, I'm already in, like, she's gonna name the kid Jungkook. Like, you're not convincing her. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking out for the kid in this sense. Like, he's gonna get teased because you're just straight up appropriating a naming convention from another culture that you don't belong in.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He's gonna get teased, and then he's gonna hit his teenage years, and he's gonna go by Young. He's gonna be a Jungian philosopher too, and it's gonna be really cringe.
Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing. I mean, I guess the fact that she's asking for opinions is good, but I feel like she's just looking for validation. She's just looking for someone to be like, "Yep, that's good."
For sure.
Because it'd be one thing if he was a solo artist. Like, you could name your kid Harry Styles now, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, Harry Styles." But like, if One Direction never got bigger than what they were before they all went solo,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do that. Like, just like nobody who doesn't know BTS pretty intimately is going to know the name Jungkook and understand that that's the reference.
So one of the comments that OP replied to on here was, I am a BTS fan myself, and she should know that he is not big enough that everyone knows his name. In fact, most Americans without knowledge of Koreans mispronounce his name and make fun of it. I have heard many cook and cock puns for the second syllable. So I definitely pronounced it wrong. And then pronunciation of Jung as Jung.
Yeah, like Carl Jung,
I don't know who that is.
the philosopher.
Okay.
Jungian philosophy.
Oh, you did just say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, he said Jungian, but
This is bad. Even me, as someone who is going to have a half Korean baby, would not even consider it as a first name, seeing how everyone struggles to mispronounce it, including fans.
Well, that's
maybe
weird.
use it as a middle name.
I mean, if your baby's Korean, you can, like, it makes sense to give him a Korean, like, you can give a Korean baby a Korean name.
Yeah.
Just because people struggle with it doesn't mean that you can't use it. It's weird because this person's white and has no, like, cultural significance to the name. She just likes the band. That's what makes it weird.
OP then responded and said,
weird,
thank you
dude.
for this comment because apparently I've been mispronouncing it myself. I heard it said so many different ways at the baby shower that I lost track. Second,
I really wish I knew how it was said.
this might help my case. It wouldn't help the group or her baby to fight that senseless fight. Do you mind if I say something like, I had a chat with an acquaintance who's about to have a half Korean baby and she said pronunciation is too much of a concern. Why are you even asking permission? It's the internet. You could just be like, you could just say that. You don't have to ask, whatever.
Jungkook.
So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty close to as Americanized as we can get it without knowing. So it's not that bad.
Anywho,
Yeah.
that's that one.
That's,
Thanks,
Zorian.
Zorian. Zorian. Fuck me. I will get it.
it's super easy to not appropriate culture. I'm doing it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it's like
That flannel, though.
Fuck, I'm not from Portland. Sorry.
when we were in Italy, we went to a thrift shop and they had a bunch of kimonos. And like it was so hard.
They were really cool.
I think. Well, I mean, there's a difference between participating in culture and appropriating culture, and it's
Okay.
sort of like
Teach me, teach.
it's sort of like pornography. It's a you know it when you see it
Okay.
type thing where it's like there isn't gonna be a hard rule, but like there's just some things where it's like it's weird. Like why? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it'd be weird because if I'm spending the money on it, I'm going to have to wear it out in public. And it's like, how do I explain this?
Yeah.
And not come across as a weeb. I like anime, but it's not why. I just think it's a cool fashion choice, actually.
Sure. Yeah. It's interesting.
Thank you.
I never said cool.
Well, they're synonyms sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Okay, I've got another one from...
What if you named your kid like something that was like the same initials? You know what I mean? They just call him JK. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of suggestions were in the comments.
Like, if you're that obsessed with it, you know? Because think about all the fucking, and this obviously isn't the same in any way, and it's not the same in every way. But think about all the fucking people who name after cultural things, like people like Daenerys.
Oh, God.
Where it's like-
R.I.P.
I have a cousin who named their daughter Arya.
Arya is close enough to a real name,
Yeah.
and it might even be a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a hotel before the show.
So like that's, but like Daenerys, and again maybe Game of Thrones has like the name Daenerys maybe has even more recognition than Jungkook does, but even then, like it's like you're gonna call the kid Dany. You know what I mean? You're not gonna call her
Yeah.
Daenerys. Like I don't know. It's just so weird. People get so weird with it.
Here's another one.
I do feel I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
I feel like the worst part of it is like it's always, as a nerd, I'm coming from a real spot here. It's always like nerdy parents are like, no, this is a really cool pop culture thing that I like, and then it's like, fuck my kid's future.
Yeah, well, that's the issue.
It's like I don't know if it's like, hey, I got bullied, our kid gets bullied, it'll be fine. It's like you're giving them the craziest name, they're gonna get fucking made fun of.
Yeah.
From the start of school until they're out of school, probably.
When I was in college, I was in like one of like the pre-med like groups. You know what I'm talking about? Like a student association or whatever. And one of the dudes was an older guy that had already had kids, and he named his kids Sam and Dean literally after
Yeah.
Supernatural. And I was like, I mean, I like the show, and those are normal enough names, but like when your kid comes home for a school project and says, oh, I have to, you know, do the like history on my name or whatever, and you're gonna tell him I named you after a character on a TV show.
Yeah.
Which
Which I mean, like,
Dean's lucky. He's named after the hot one, so like that's cool. The hot and cool one.
yeah.
They're both hot, but
You're only
is
saying that because I look more
hotter.
like Sam.
I mean, at the end of the day, like names are just names. They shouldn't matter, but they do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And like your kid's gonna get made fun of.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, sometimes you get a regular name like Josh and you still get made fun of, you know?
It's true.
Josh is one of the most hated names, really.
It really is a hated name, like, especially right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus' original name is bad? The only good guy in the Bible is a bad guy now? I'm sorry.
Jesus' name was originally Josh.
Yeshua, yeah.
It was like a translation thing.
The more you know.
Wait, I said that backwards. My name was originally Jesus. I swapped it around around the age of 8. Year of our Lord, my Lord, I'm Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord.
This is from r/trueoffmychest. I am packing up my... Hang on. This is not the one. Is it? No. Sorry. r/amIwrong. Husband,
Yes.
45 male, is in love with a lady, 38 female, in Thailand. And he has left our family home, 2 children about 10 years old, to be with her for 2 months overseas. He says to be patient and he'll choose me or her when he comes back.
What?
What can I do to save our marriage?
Nothing.
No, go to marriage counseling.
It's really hard because like the time difference makes it really hard to get them both available at a normal time.
This story is either gonna add no information that's important, or we're gonna get bomb after fucking bomb.
That's a great call. That's such a good call.
I'm 32 female.
Already a mini bomb.
Yeah,
A very
age gap.
small bomb has just gone off.
Completely blindsided and am an emotional wreck as I love him still and it will be hard to raise kids by myself. My kids, what am I going to do? We have a loving relationship until he completely blindsided me by announcing that he is talking to this lady located in Thailand every day for 6 months and he's in love with her. She's his soulmate. So right under my nose,
Wait. Thailand or Korea?
Thailand.
Why did you say soulmate?
Boo.
It's a little,
That was really good.
a little Korea, capital of Korea joke there.
All my
Korea heads will
all
love
my
that
junk
one.
cooks are gonna lose their fucking minds over that one.
I found out that he's been routing all of his mail to a P.O. box located in a UPS store. He booked a plane ticket and a 5-star hotels in Thailand and left our family to be with her for 2 months.
2 months is so long.
That's crazy.
I found out 3 weeks prior to him leaving from a text message from a travel website on his phone and confronted him. Then he told me everything. For 3 weeks, I tried everything to save our marriage. I begged him to stay. I told him it was dangerous and give us a chance to work on our marriage. Whatever it is that I have done, I can fix. Just give us a chance. I got marriage counselors on Zoom.
Okay. And did they work?
I even told him I'm willing to pay him $3,000 to cover the plane ticket if he cancels or at least postpones it. This is so that it gives us precious time to fix whatever could be wrong with our marriage.
No.
He walked out. He said he loves me, but is not in love with me like he is with her. He walked out. He says he loves me, but he's not in love with me like he is with her. He says to be patient, and when he returns, he'll then choose between me or her.
That's what every wife wants, is to be a choice in their own fucking marriage.
Yeah.
It's so unfair. It feels like waking up on a mountain trying to reason with someone when their heart isn't with you. That's not a very good analogy, but...
I don't understand it at all.
Wait, waking up on a mountain?
With a
Trying-
person whose heart isn't with you.
Trying to
don't-
reason with someone when their heart isn't with you.
I don't think the mountain is important to this metaphor.
Yeah, I don't know what the mountain's
And if you remove the mountain, there is no more metaphor. It's just the situation you're in.
So I want hope. Is there any hope for our marriage and what I
Nope.
can do to save our marriage? Has anyone been able to save their marriage after the husband left? He said he will choose between me or her when he comes back, so there's still hope.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Because regardless, he's already set in his mind that if this person is like quote unquote better than you, he's gone. So the only way that he'll come back to you is if he sees you as her not being good enough. Like he's always gonna be settling for you from now on.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the only way to save your marriage. They're going to tell you guys to get divorced. They're going to tell you it doesn't work.
Who's they?
We all know who's
Me and-
they
Us?
is.
Me and Erica.
Because yes.
But you buy yourself a plane ticket. You follow him around. You sabotage everything. You make him fall out of love. Realize what he's freaking missing.
Okay.
Uh-oh, you accidentally cross paths in the airport. You act like I just loved you so much. I needed you back in my life. He goes, I can't believe what I've been missing out on. This is magical. Movie scene. Movie ending. Perfectly happy marriage forever.
Okay,
And then get rid of internet forever. Don't ever let him back on the internet again.
you went movie route. I'll go song route,
Okay.
which is you book a flight the day before, and you find out where he's gonna meet up with them. You go there, tell the other person that he's meeting up with, like, hey, he said I'm his wife. He said don't even come here anymore. You frickin' not Margaritaville. You frickin' the getaway song him.
Okay.
The getaway song.
If you like
Pina colada song. Him and say, whoa, we were both texting people in Thailand.
Whoa, you were catfishing? I was catfishing. That's so crazy.
I like flying to Thailand too.
I think here, I'll go with mine first if I'm being honest. But I think if mine didn't work, Josh's would definitely work.
I think we could be marriage counselors, is what we just discovered.
Maybe we should start an advice podcast.
That's crazy. Basically all the comments are like, you need to leave. And I was looking to see if there was an update, and she doesn't have an update. They did go to marriage counseling, and she talks about that, but it's not.
They got that
Interesting.
disposable income, dog.
I just hope that he shows up there and she's fucking fake. Like he's getting
just
scammed.
got
I
catfished.
hope he's getting scammed.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an online relationship, right, anything is possible. But
Yeah.
Do you think they met on Maple Story? I feel like, where are they going to meet?
What is Maple Story?
Korean MMORPG.
Is Taiwan? Where were they going?
Thailand.
Thailand.
They couldn't. Maybe they just met in the comment section of that one guy who does the suits and like assaults people while he's doing the suits. I'm pretty sure that guy's out of Thailand.
That sounds right, and that guy is insane.
You know what's crazy is that guy. So, Richard AITA has had a show called Travel Man, and he went with John Hamm to Thailand and got suits fitted by that guy. And this would have been in like 2014 to 7, like way before this dude blew up on TikTok. Same guy.
So he's been a famous suit guy forever.
Yeah, because like obviously, right? If the show knew to go trust this guy to go give him a suit, he's been famous and like good at suits, I guess. But obviously now his shtick is just like assaulting people and like being like, "This is crazy."
Assaulting and insulting him, just calling him short and like, "Hey, normally you can't fit a suit on this wide ass of a guy, but look at me." And then he slaps their ass and he's like, "I did it."
What's the guy's name? Tom Segura had said that he like put his hand down his pants and tried to put a finger in his ass.
Oh my god.
Okay, hey.
Yeah.
I don't know what all goes into a bespoke suit, so maybe I'm
If it's a
judging too
good, if it's
harshly.
a good suit, you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
very bespoke. You ready?
yeah.
This one is from
I wonder how much the suits cost, though. I guess that's all I really care about.
Angelina. Reddit story. Hey, Ricky, Josh, and Christian.
That's
yes,
us.
you can say my name. It's Angelina. If you do happen to read this, please say hi to my fiance, Abby. Hi, Abby.
Hi, Abby.
Hello, Abby.
We both listen to the pod, and both are Patreon subscribers.
That's crazy.
I have a story that I found on Reddit that I think you will like. Here it is. Hope you enjoy. Also, if you get this and it's deleted, I do have screenshots. Except for you sent me this in November, and I'm just getting to it. So, do you still have the screenshots? It didn't get deleted. Disclaimer, this is not a post about me, just when I happen to scroll past. I did need that disclaimer. I really thought that you were Frosty_care_2341.
I mean, could have been.
Am I the asshole for refusing to go into another room so my fiance and the baby could sleep alone?
Huh?
I mean, if you're going to like stay awake on your phone and be like, I don't like putting in earbuds that they actually hurt my ears, so I'm gonna watch my TikToks on full volume while you guys try to sleep. Now you are the asshole for not wanting to go into another room.
I would never do that.
Neither would Christian. My fiance, Jen, 29 female, just gave birth to our daughter 2 months ago. He actually doesn't do that. I just want to say that out loud. He does wear headphones.
Thank God. Oh, thank God.
To the detriment of his ears, if I'm being honest.
I don't wear headphones when I do it, or earphones. I just put a finger in Aurora's ear. That way she can't hear.
Gross.
It fits.
She strictly breastfeeds, so as you can imagine, she gets far less sleep than I do. During the day, I help with the changing or holding her, but all feedings are up to Jen. The baby outright refuses a bottle. We have tried several times, but ultimately, we are both okay with this. Anyways, I'm kind of an independent startup video game developer.
Flex.
I did make one video game 2 years ago, but it honestly wasn't that great. So while I do get revenue from it, go ahead.
This is Concerned Ape.
That means nothing to me.
All the girlies will know.
Okay. So while I do get revenue from it, it's definitely not much or even a livable wage.
The Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
This time around, however, I'm working with 4 other people and the game is turning out great. I also work a 9 to 5, but after getting home, having dinner with my fiance, and looking after the baby for a while, I jump on and work on the game. For the past 2 to 3 nights, I've been up till 1 or 2 in the morning working on the game and have been ultra tired. I snore like a maniac when I'm tired. It's super embarrassing because I truly sound like a Mack truck. But yesterday the baby had her 2-month shots and she was so fussy. Cried way more than normal. It was super hard for my fiance to get her to sleep. I finally went to bed around 2 a.m. and my fiance immediately asked me to sleep on the couch so I would not wake up the baby with my snoring. I said no. I was so tired and the couch is not comfortable at all. I had to work early and I wanted to sleep. She didn't fight it, but she called me a fucking prick and walked out of the room with the baby.
British.
I woke up this morning to the baby in the crib in the nursery and my fiance asleep on the floor with no pillows or blankets, and she still won't talk to me.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fucked up.
I
mean, I get it.
Yeah, a little bit. Get your sleep apnea checked out.
Yeah.
Go get a sleep test done, buddy.
That's your concern here? Is his snoring and not his refusal to...
Well, you got multiple concerns.
Yeah.
After all, he is a concerned ape.
Okay.
I just freaking get the grind, you know?
No.
Yeah, because I do the same thing, but I stay up till 9:30.
Erica doesn't get the grind. She
Okay.
doesn't. Do you get the grind?
Yeah, totally.
Name one thing you've ground on.
Pepper?
Yeah, who are you grinding on?
You.
What the hell?
Kind of fun. Till 3 in the morning.
I'd go longer if you'd let me.
I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get why the fuck you would be in a relationship if you're not willing to make like a small sacrifice like this. Like,
Yeah.
especially having a kid with someone.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild to me. I don't know. That's fucking wild to me. Maybe you shouldn't take fucking leave of absence from your indie game dev work. You have a team now. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
That is a good point you make there. I mean, it is crazy that you're like, I can't possibly not sleep in my bed. I'm so tired and I need to sleep good. And then it's like, if you're tired, you'll sleep on the couch just fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad guy, I guess.
Terrible, terrible guy.
Yeah. I mean, can we say, hey, the baby had a crib? Can we
Fair
say
enough. That is true.
What do you mean?
that? The baby was in a crib, right?
Yeah,
Baby had a crib. Can we say that?
I suppose.
Okay, well, let's go to the break then.
One more?
No. Break.
Okay.
Hello, Judgies listeners. I'm back on this side of the break where it's that time of year, and I forgot to put the G-dang noise on the board, but
Circle Jerdge. What the hell? It's the Circle Jerdge.
it is the 3rd annual
Wow.
Judgies podcast draft. That's freaking rice, folks. Christian put in the work. He put in the hours. He's a G-dang legend.
I did it.
He was stressing about it.
We'll be on. I did watch last year's episode to get some data for it, and
Okay.
you did say I'm going to be on top of it next year.
He wasn't.
He was not. Neither was I, to be fair. Neither
I
of us
was.
were.
I was a little more on top of it this year.
That's fair.
I was finished a week out instead of like 2 days before.
That's
this time.
true.
So if you aren't aware, what we do is we go through, we tally on up
Tally ho.
all of the stories that we've read, all the subreddits, all the yada, yada, yada. We sort of just do a little draft based on how many stories in each category we read. Last year, we changed up the draft
Okay.
because instead of just picking a specific subreddit, I broke them into groups. That way it makes it a little bit more fair. But before we get into that, 2021, the first year of the podcast,
Okay.
we read 164 stories
Okay.
in that year. And of course, there's 5 episodes between the draft and the end of year, which means our freaking thing is coming up, which is kind of crazy.
That's wild.
It is always 5 episodes, huh?
So stick around for that. That'll be fun. But we don't count the episodes between the draft and the new year. Sorry. That being said, we read 164. The second year, 170.
Okay.
The third year, 194 stories.
Wow, we're going up,
And
baby.
this last year, 210 stories.
Wow.
Even with our one story episode?
Even with the 0 story, 1 story episodes.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's all you fuckers who say we don't read enough stories. We're doing more.
We've been growing our stories, you little bucks.
Some might say we do the most.
We don't. I don't think we do the most.
We definitely don't do the most.
We might do the least.
That could be true. That feels a lot more true than the most.
Yeah, but we bring the most personality, the most
And that's
fun.
why we do the least.
Quality
To
over
bring you the most.
quantity, folks. 2021, first year, 46% of our stories were Am I the Asshole?
Makes sense.
Then the next year, 37%.
It feels like it makes sense.
The year after, 27%. This year, 23%.
Wow.
Less assholes than ever.
That's honestly surprising. I didn't imagine that big of a drop.
The first year, we read from a total of 34 subreddits,
Okay.
I feel like that was a lot.
which means 34 whoops. If
Okay.
you really think about it.
All right.
The next year, 20 subreddits, 11 whoops.
Okay.
Only 11.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, right. Because once you do a whoop, you can never whoop again.
Yeah.
Right.
The third year, 27 different subreddits, 14 whoops. And this year, 53 subreddits, 32 whoops.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, shout out to the listeners for that.
The listeners, I mean, I think just Reddit's change in general has just been so good for finding new stuff now.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I only get the same like 4 subreddits. I get both the Am I the Asshole subreddits. I get Am I the Devil subreddit, which
Yeah.
is just cross posts from Am I the Asshole, and then like a couple like off my chest ones.
You know what's funny is I don't think I even get Am I the Asshole on my Reddit feed.
I hardly get it, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so into the results of last year, Erica, you took listener submitted stories. A woman of the people. You took it the year before as well.
Woman of the people.
You also took all of the confession stuff. So off my chest, confession. I also included a couple petty revenge I put as confession because it just feels more confession-y to me.
Yeah.
True off my chest, confessions off my chest. You get the like. Christian, you had Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Which I included. Am I the Devil?
All of
Am I
those.
the Asshole here? I include all of them. You also had non-Reddit stories. All stories from non-Reddit. Which
Okay.
I included the Tampa trip where I just did AI.
Okay.
Where the most episode 200 where I just read one story that I wrote. I made that one up entirely. I also included Erica talking about the yard cynic. That kind of stuff. Twitter drama.
The yard cynic.
Which,
Hey, clever.
Tumblr.
it's all filled in. We're just waiting on grass.
Pretty nice. And then my 2 picks were relationship subreddits and the field. So every other subreddit.
Oh man.
What's up?
You don't have anything under Today I Fucked Up.
What do you mean?
There's no name next to it, so who got that?
Nobody drafted Today I Fucked Up.
What
But
an
I feel like Today I
absolute-
Fucked Up is a confession type.
Come on.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm telling you you're wrong.
Okay.
Why?
I think that's actually pretty fair.
Fuck.
I think we could conglomerate.
This is an overwhelming defeat then.
I think that's fair.
That sucks.
That feels like a confession type. It's here's a thing I did.
Okay.
I agree with that because there was 7 categories and we only drafted 6, obviously 2 per. So as for the results, drum roll please. Let me tabulate the final tally. There were 6 today. I fucks up. Christian, unfortunately, you won last year, bud. I should say Christian won the first year.
Yes.
I won the last year, apparently.
That sucks to hear.
Nope, sorry. Christian won the first year. I won the last 2
That
years.
sucks to hear, actually.
Wait, no. Christian won the first year.
Yes.
And I won last year. That's what I meant to say.
I feel like that's where we
what-
started, and it
yes.
still sucks to hear the third
Correct.
time.
Yeah.
Christian in last place this year,
That
unfortunately.
really sucks to hear.
61 points. 61 stories read between your two categories.
Fuck, we
between
had like 200.
non-Reddit stories and Am I the Assholes?
I didn't even get a third of them. Ah, shit.
Erica, with your new tabulation, 65 stories read between listener submissions and confession, including Today I Fucks Ups now. And I had relationships and the field, and I unfortunately have won twice in a row because I have 75 total subreddits read from.
This feels fucked up.
We had a lot of new subreddits, and it was a lot of the field. And I feel like, Erica,
It's all you.
you read so many. You read so many of the new subreddits, and every time you were like, "This is to bolster my draft," but I was the bolster.
I was the bolstery.
I don't think so, Erica. I think you've been in the middle of every single draft, which is kind of funny. It makes sense,
Is
though.
it?
That makes sense.
Well, it's like EFOC backwards. It's hilarious. So that brings us to this year.
What?
Christian, unfortunately, is this big old stinker. He lost the most, which means he gets the first overall draft, then Erica, and then myself.
And then, sorry, then we snake back, or
Fuck,
No.
I gotta go with confessions, I feel like.
Doesn't matter for you. You're in the middle either way.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm just asking.
Actually, I'm tabulating data. I'm gonna go to...
Tabulating.
We can do listener submissions.
With the first pick of the Judges 2024 draft, the Christian
Question.
Kleckner Select.
Are you going to in post add the sounds?
This guy
If
is.
I have them, maybe.
What sounds do you need?
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like last year you put all this production into it, and this year feels flat.
This is fucked up.
Last year, he was editing this one, and I said to put in the sounds, and he didn't. So if the
Oof.
production feels good last year, it'll feel the same this year.
There's no way I didn't put in the sounds. That sounds like something I would do.
With the 2024 first pick of Christian Kleckner Select.
Listener submission.
The man of the people. Stolen from his wife.
Do you want it again?
It's fine.
If you want it, you can have it. I just feel
No, it's fine.
like I want to frickin' win this year.
You're not going to.
So
Are
you
you
selected-
counting? Do we count any of the bonus episode
No.
info?
No, this is all main feed.
Okay.
With the second pick of the Judges 2024 draft, Erica selects. Editor, this is where you put in the dun 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 dun.
Perfect.
No. Get the real sound. Don't just use my voice.
I was gonna use the real sound. I'm saying you got the timing right for me. That's perfect.
I'm gonna take relationships.
Whoa, stolen out from under my nose. You know what's really funny is last year I had that 2 years in a row, and the year, we only read 13 the year before. Then this year we really hammered it home, huh?
Yeah. I think that might have been me. I feel like I had a lot of relationship _ advice stories.
And, in relationships I included like r/seduction and like r/dead bedrooms, stuff like that, which was only one or two story each. With the
Hey,
third
it
pick,
adds up.
It adds
with
up.
the third pick of the Judges 2024 draft, I select. Am I the asshole? That's right, folks. It's finally
Wow.
fallen back to me.
Wow.
It's been a while.
Applause.
Listeners, don't send me any Am I the Asshole stories. None.
Don't even dare
Don't even
send.
think about it.
Christian, second pick, please.
I get to go again. I thought I was gonna snake.
There's no snake. We've
Um,
already talked about Taylor Swift.
I'll do frickin' today. I fricked up. Oh fuck! I just looked
that's
at
a
the data.
confession.
That was such
That's
a bad
but that's
pick.
combined with the confessions.
Oh, it's under confessions.
Yeah, it's the same now.
Are you mad about that one? Is that what you're going for? I can go with Hey.
Pick what you gonna. Just do what you're gonna do.
I
Just
wanna
pick
go
what
with-
you're gonna
I
pick.
want to go with confessions
You
then.
son of a bitch.
I'll go
Okay.
with field.
What is field?
Every other subreddit that doesn't fit into a specific category.
And you had that,
I did, yeah.
and you said it was crazy, huh?
We-
It like popped off this year, yeah.
it was the third most stories.
Yeah. Okay. So what
Which
are you
one
doing?
are you more upset about?
I don't give a
I
shit
want
what you
confessions.
do.
I'm winning this year.
God damn it.
And I'm going to make a freaking championship belt or some bullshit when I win. Not since Josh won, I'm not making one this year. But the 2025 belt is going to be sick.
Okay.
So if you're taking confessions,
Yep.
I suppose
The only ones left are non-Reddit and the field.
I suppose I will take the field.
And I get non-Reddit. So that concludes the draft. Christian has listener submissions and confessions / I fuck sups. Erica gets relationships and to the field. And I, of course, get Am I the Asshole and non-Reddit results. I will go through quickly just some of the fun Reddits that we read this year. We read work, wedding photography, walk away, 2X chromosomes, Twitter drama, traumatize them back, texts, teenagers, tales from your server, stories, step parents, seduction, red pill women, Reddit moment, random acts of cards, purple pill debate, mother-in-laws from hell, McDonald's employees, marriage, legal advice UK, just no mother-in-law, Judgie's pod, Ireland, Hassan Piker, GCSE, entitled parents, dead bedrooms, Chipotle, Build-A-Bear, birth control, Beyond the Bump, anti-kink, which the story that person wrote in about that said, I was with you, that person doesn't get friends or shouldn't have friends, was an r/anti-kink story. Anarchy chess. Am I the devil? Am I overreacting? Am I the butthole? ADHD women. One made up by me, one made up by Erica. Not made up, one told by Erica. Rover pet sitting, petty revenge, dating, bad roommates, accounting, off my chest, confessions, Facebook drama, which was actually from Facebook. Am I wrong? Advice, Tumblr stories, true off my chest. Today I fricked up relationships. Am I the asshole here? Relationship advice. Am I the asshole? And then the most stories read with 43 was listener submitted stories. How about that?
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I can't believe we read one off of r/Judgie's pod.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Do we need to be pushing that? No, because I don't want to have to moderate it. You're right. Hey, don't even worry about it.
I mean, the thing is, if you want to post an r/Judgie's pod, go ahead and do it.
It'll be silly
It's
goofy.
slow. It for a second, it was turning into a snark subreddit. I had to go in there and put the frickin' kibosh on that.
What is a snark subreddit?
Just people talking shit.
About us?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rude.
But go ahead and if you want to share something in there, you can. There's no guarantee that we'll see it though.
I forgot we even had a subreddit.
Well, we didn't make it. I don't know who owns it.
No,
Oh.
I don't either.
Okay.
r/Judgie's _pod when we have to make our own and moderate it.
Oops. Wrong app.
And that's it for this week's Circle Jerdge and this year's draft. And every year after we do the draft, we always follow it up with a listener submitted sound. One coming out to us straight from the frickin' source.
Listener submitted sound
Yeah. What did I say?
story.
Sound. Editor, you got me, right?
The source of what?
Straight from the source.
What source?
Our listeners.
Source fed?
I'm going to kick your ass, Josh. This one comes to us from Abigail.
Oh my
Hi,
God, Stardew
Judgies.
Valley. Hello.
My husband records his farts to send to his mom and or me because he thinks he's the funniest man alive.
Well,
He does it so often we have concluded that the latest round of pink eye is because he keeps farting into his phone.
Wait, what do
Please
you mean
enjoy-
the latest round of pink eye?
You know, or your house has pink eye that goes around year to year.
No. I do fear that it is your husband You shouldn't be getting pink eye as an adult regularly. Conjunctivitis should be relatively rare. Am I incorrect?
No,
That
you're
was such
totally
a
right.
flex.
You said that like I'm wrong.
No, I agree with you.
Please enjoy my favorite toot recording titled Mario Fart. Hugs and pisses, Abby,
Wow.
XOXOXOXO.
Mario fart. Okay. That was honestly pretty epic.
That sounded so wet. It sounded like he shit himself.
It sounded like he didn't really need to fart that bad, but kind of wanted to do the bit.
Yeah. Also,
Or he felt like he needed to fart and then was like, "Oh, I'll do this bit," and then the feeling was gone and he had to push too hard.
Can I?
true.
Is this an open?
Had
Oh,
a
sorry.
little Hershey squirt.
Well, I just feel like they said mum.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, oh, British. And then I heard the fart, and it didn't sound British at all.
Canadian.
Ooh, maybe.
Okay.
Is this an open and honest and safe space?
We can be
course.
open and honest and safe.
It's my
Is this an open and honest safe space?
I think that was awful and I hated it. It
Okay.
reminded me of a duck.
Yeah.
A
Sometimes
goose maybe.
Sometimes my butt makes weird noises
And why were you recording?
because I knew I was about to fart.
I need to start doing this. I
No,
fear.
no.
The thing
don't
is,
think you do.
Snapchat I don't think has enough bytes to fully capture fart noises, so they do change when you like record it. I should have another one in here if I give me a second.
That's so awesome.
But sometimes just record it and just have it, you know.
It's crazy that you also got pink eye and you're trying to frickin' pin the blame on this guy
It's
now.
just not regular.
Fair enough.
Tell me if this makes any sense.
I'll let you know.
I'll fart, and then Aurora will go, and I'll go, this one won't stink. And she's like, how? And like, I have like a probably 90% success rate on knowing if it's going to stink or not. And she asked me, Joshua, how do you know if it's going to be stinky or not? Is it because of like a burn or like whatever? And I said,
Does
no.
it burn?
Well, you know, if it's got that little bit of a
zing zang to your
Oh
bong.
my god.
you know that one's going to be bad. But I said, when a fart isn't going to be stinky, it's almost like I'm farting from outside my butt.
Okay.
So
What?
next time you fart and you try to guess, you'll know what I mean. It's like it's more of a sound than if you're going to fart and it stinks.
You know, it
It's
really
like-
pisses me off that you just did the accent thing to me. Where like, no, you got to talk from up here. You just did that to me with farts.
It's literally
And this makes
farting
so
from up here.
This makes so much more sense than the talking from up here.
I promise you. Next time you fart, well, your stinks don't fart. Your farts don't stink either.
That's true.
But next listeners need somebody to validate me here.
Okay. Can we move
I
on?
do know what you mean though, because there are farts where I'm like, ooh, that is gonna be a gross, smelly one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not a volume thing. It is
No.
not a
Not a
volume
volume
thing.
thing.
Oh, that's why they call them silent but deadly.
Yeah, but you can have silent, but also like
Yeah.
docile.
Sure.
Silent but friendly.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm a friendly farter, you know? There's pheromones behind my farts. It lightens up a room when I toot.
And when I fart, there's a fair amount of moans, actually.
Ew. Boo.
No, like in disgust.
Where's my carrot?
Moans doesn't only mean sexual.
I knew exactly what Josh meant.
Where did this carrot come from?
Right
That's
there.
our original carrot.
I know, but it's been missing.
I've not
found it.
moved anything.
I found it.
No,
okay.
where was it?
I don't remember, but I remember finding it and going, oh, we haven't had this in like 4 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. It's been
Was it behind the couch?
missing.
Somewhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, whoop-de-woo.
Anywho, whoop-de-woo.
Listener
This, that,
submitted.
and the third. Here is a story from Tess.
Thank you, Tess.
Hey, Ricky. Hi.
What the hell?
If you read this on the pod, my name is Tess. Feel free to say it, because everyone I know who had better be listening, because I've been plugging y'all like it's my job, already knows this story. I've been racking my brain trying to come up with a fun and exciting story of my life that I can share with y'all, since you're my favorite podcast. Please tell Christian I got a fever and the only cure is more soundboard. But
thank
say
God.
it like Christopher Walken, please and thanks. Ah ha ha. So let me refresh. Please tell Christian. I had to think
I
of.
got a fever.
I got a fever
And the only cure
and the only cure
is more
is more soundboard.
doghouse. Doghouse. Doghouse.
It's like, how was that?
There's
Josh, shut the fuck up.
Because I feel like you were initially like, that was dog shit, but then you're like, okay, like maybe.
it was better than your Australia.
Sure.
How did it compare to my Bobby Hill that you went back and you...
There's been a cacophony of
Great word.
I don't know what it means.
You're on the right track.
A lot.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Sure.
There's been a lot of impressions coming from this side of the couch that are really live, not meeting my standard.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
in post, like I was editing and I literally texted Christian because I gave him so much shit live about how his Bobby Hill impression. I even said it to him while we were working out where I was like, that was not good, bud.
He gave me feedback.
But listening back to it, I was like, I get it.
I'm going to need you to talk from up here. Hey, you did a Bobby Hill in your mouth. I need you to be out here when you're doing your Bobby
We
Hill.
do need to remember I was allegedly high, but Erica, that was actually not a bad Christopher Walken.
Thank you.
It really wasn't.
Anyway.
I'm completely on board with this.
I'm the clumsiest bitch in the world, I swear. I've hurt myself more times than I can count and have an ongoing list of medical issues to boot, so clearly I'm just God's favorite. Let me tell you about the time I almost died on vacation. I'll format it like an Am I the Asshole story just for you. No, you will not. No, you won't.
How are you going to be dead on vacation? Can I make that joke?
No.
What? Why?
If I say I don't like Kanye West and I don't listen to him anymore, can I still make that joke?
Oh, that was a Kanye West reference?
Yeah. How are you going to be mad on vacation? Bound to.
A few years back, me, she, her, 29, and my boyfriend, he, him, 31, went to Aruba.
Jamaica.
Ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda. Bahama.
Come on, pretty mama. That's the line I wanted.
Key Largo. Montego.
Baby,
why don't we go to the Kokomo's?
Thank you.
Take
Are the
it
Kokomo's?
faster, we
They
can
don't
take
exist,
it
right?
slow.
One of
Something like
those
that.
places doesn't exist.
I think it's the Kokomo's.
That's the Beach Boys?
Sure. I have been a poor bitch pretty much my whole life and have never left the country, so I was stoked. We spent most of the first few days just lounging on the beach and enjoying the sun. As a vet tech, I love animals more than most people because, obviously, so I was happy with the amount of random dogs and cats that kept coming up asking for pets. It made me giggle to hear about your most recent experience in Italy and all the dogs there because that would have been something I'd highlight. Anyway, sorry, ADHD. One of those days, the big activity of the day was UTV tours of the other side of the island.
Ultimate terrain vehicles?
Sure. The side that doesn't have as much activity. It was gorgeous. My boyfriend and the others driving the UTVs were having fun, driving through mud puddles, splashing us both with so much mud, and I was cackling the whole time.
Classic guy move.
That is a guy move.
We got off a few times to enjoy the sights, get some coconut water, and enjoy local food from little vendors in the area. We'd climb up on big rocks to see better.
Do you think there's a chance you'd like coconut water straight from the nut?
No.
Okay. Straight from the nut? I should have said straight from the nut. Fuck.
Editor, do you think you would like coconut water if it was straight from the teat?
No.
Oh, I should have said
Okay.
water. I should have said teat.
Editor. We climb
Straight
up.
from the treat.
Ooh, better.
Erica hit me.
Do you think that you'd like coconut? We'd climb up on big rocks to see better, which my boyfriend jokingly said, don't fall, because he knows how I am, of course, so I can't prove him right, and did my best not to fall. All was going well until we got to the portion where we jump off cliffs, aka cliff jumping. I ad-libbed that because I fucked up the sentence.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I know what you're thinking. Taking a clumsy bitch who can barely walk without getting hurt cliff jumping doesn't sound like a good idea. But I'm an idiot. So anyway, we did the cliff jumping and jumped into this beautiful natural pool full of little fish and crabs. I love crabs. I don't know why. They're just so cute to me.
Interesting.
When the time came to get out, the whole tourist group was using this climbing rope to pull themselves up the rock formation to get out. It was taking a while and I'm impatient, so me and my boyfriend found an area that was less steep to climb out of. I was walking on the rocks when I looked down and saw a bunch of tiny crabs. I didn't want to step on them, so I did one of those awkward step overs to avoid them. That was my mistake. The stupid swimming shoes I was wearing didn't have good traction, I guess, because next thing I know, I'm falling backwards towards a bunch of rocks. All I really remember was seeing everything in slow motion, my boyfriend screaming my name like we were in some dramatic movie, and the whole group of people shrieking in horror. Of course, the only thing going through my brain is, Jesus Christ, this is embarrassing. Luckily, I didn't smash my head open on the rock formation because I'm a short girl and my head barely missed a giant rock. I fell back into a small pool and tried my best to swim to the surface ASAP because I wanted them to know I was okay and maybe to move on from this mortifying moment. My boyfriend, the tour guide, hoisted me out, and I was lucky to just have really scratched up legs. But all in all, I was fine. I was just embarrassed because, I almost died.
So embarrassing. I almost frickin' didn't exist anymore.
Barf.
Afterwards, despite me saying I'm fine, my boyfriend was actively avoiding the mud puddles so as to not get my various gashes dirty. And we ended up popping the tires on our
British.
on our
Oh my
UTV
God.
because of that.
You popped the tires?
Yeah.
Aren't those like incredibly hard to pop?
I would
Which the
think
guide
so.
made sure to say doesn't really happen that often, so I guess go us. So now I'm sure those Aruba tour guides never want to hear the word Iowa again because one of us idiots almost died and the other one delayed the tour by popping a tire. Anyway, I tried making a joke about it at dinner and my boyfriend was not amused at all, so whoops, I think I traumatized him. He's still not amused. Anyways, I had a bruise bigger than a softball on my hip and a deep scratch that left a scar on my leg, but hey, at least the crabs were okay.
I promise you, you were not the worst American tourists.
Oh,
that
for
those
sure.
people have seen.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I got a couple takeaways from the story. You said Aruba tour guides, but you said it so close that it sounded like Aruba tour. And I was like, what does that word
Like
mean?
a saboteur.
Yeah, I was like, it took me one too many seconds to process the word. I was like, Aruba tour. Aruba tour.
Make a they wanna take it.
And then my other takeaway from the story is a tangent about me because I have to center it on myself. I went cliff
Famously.
jumping one time.
Okay.
Hold on a second. You went cliff jumping once?
I've gone cliff jumping one time, and they also had the little rope to climb up. And I made it up a single time, and then the next time I went to go up it, little baby Christy didn't have the upper body strength to get up.
Sure.
And I had to be the one guy that's like, I'll just hang out down here, actually, guys. Oh, actually, I think I'm actually good with cliff jumping. I actually didn't have that much fun, so I'm going to stay down here.
So just a rope at 90 degrees?
Basically. I mean, there's like,
It's actually
you know,
at 180.
Depends on the axis that you're comparing it to, I suppose.
fair enough. But yeah, basically, I mean, I think there probably could have been footholds, but this is the first time I've ever climbed up a cliff.
I mean, it's got to be hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought while they were in their story. Like, that's not an easy feat to do, to, like,
No.
have the upper body strength to do that, you know?
Especially because, you know, frickin' kids these days. I never had to climb a rope in my entire life before this moment.
You didn't climb rope in gym class?
Fuck
No, that feels like a thing that's like, they only do that in movies.
We did it in our middle school.
In middle school?
Grade school? What's the younger one?
I had God on my
Grade
side. I
school.
didn't have to climb a rope.
Molly.
We did it in grade school.
She doesn't love me.
No.
The only thing I was climbing was
Coming
that
up, Mom.
frickin' stairway to heaven in grade school.
She's coming up here because Aurora's mad at her. So she knows she's in trouble. For,
Aw.
for barking. She's a little
Molly.
barker. Call her Bob. Call her Travis.
Call her.
Just don't call her late for dinner.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, one more? Or nah?
Yeah, I got a good one. And it's going to come with a trigger warning
Okay.
or two.
I'm ready.
Incest,
Okay.
Whoa. Was not expecting that one. If I'm being honest.
grooming,
Ooh,
probably some other stuff.
Pretty hand in hand with those two.
Don't like the combination.
Interesting.
I feel like I was going to say something before that. No, I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, this is sent to me on Instagram. Doesn't say if I can say their name, so I'm not going to. This is from r/trueoffmychest.
Yes.
These don't count. These don't count.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Interesting.
That sucks to hear. It's the start of the new year. Got 5 episodes left. 208. Can't wait.
209,
Feeling
I'll be
fine.
210.
Hey.
Big fat hen.
I caught my brother and our aunt having sex.
Huh.
Erica. I know that you already gave us the trigger warning, so I don't know what I was expecting to come out your mouth.
Uh-huh.
It still doesn't. It still hurts to hear.
Yeah.
It sucks to hear, man.
I'm 18 and my brother is 20. We both still live with our mom. Our aunt, 34, moved in with us in November.
Oh my God. They live together?
I noticed that her and my brother had gotten closer since she moved in, but obviously I didn't think anything of it. They always had a similar personality, so it just wasn't shocking. Last night, my mom was out of town and I stayed home. I was supposed to go with her, but I felt sick. I'm guessing my brother and aunt thought that I had gone with her because I walked into the kitchen to get a drink and they were making out like crazy. So much was being thrown to the ground that they didn't hear me open my door. The sight was so traumatic and disgusting that I didn't even react. I just ran back to my room. I tried to plug my ears, but I could still hear them. I threw up on my bedroom floor and I can't sleep. I haven't come out of my bedroom all day. I feel so sick. I have no idea what to do about this situation. I have no idea how my mom would react or if I should even tell her. They're both at work now, but I know I can't possibly face them after this. The imagery/noises will probably stay with me for the rest of my life. Edit. According to our state laws, what they're doing is illegal.
It doesn't matter if it's illegal. It's still wrong. Legality does not have to be exclusive to morality. It is immoral. It is wrong.
And would put them on the sex offenders registry. I don't want to do that, but I'm afraid they'll be caught by others who would. So things are kind of a mess right now. This is the second update. My mom came home and I greeted her. She could immediately tell that something was deeply wrong with me, aside from just being sick.
Still puke all down my shirt.
Most of you
I flew up.
Most of you told me to tell her, so I decided to tell her, especially since it hit me
Oh man, this happened. Holy shit.
how fucked up it really was. She was angrier than I'd ever seen her.
Yeah. It's her sister.
She took the news
her-
pretty well,
and her-
actually.
She actually was okay with it.
She kept saying she knew it. She knew it, but didn't want to believe it. She noticed how my brother looked at her. Also said my aunt cheated with my father when she was pregnant with me.
Huh?
She got home. What do you mean?
The
The aunt
That cheated
slept
with
with
the-
this girl's father.
with
while the mom was pregnant.
her mom's husband.
Yes. She got home before my aunt did and stood right in front of the door waiting for her. I hid in my room at this point. Naturally, my aunt came in and a complete massacre broke out that led to the streets. I knew stepping in would not help,
It was a firefight.
and so I didn't. And when neighbors tried to, she loudly told them what she did. My brother came home and pulled my mom off, and they got into a fight themselves. All of this was being watched by the neighbors. Then my aunt and my brother got into her car and sped off.
To where?
Now my mom is crying and
Make out point.
Oh my God. You were the worst. My mom
It's
is
actually called Ant Hill now.
disgusting.
That was actually pretty clever, though.
My mom is crying and telling every single one of our living family members what happened. I'm still shaken, but I'm here comforting her. She said that she won't call the cops because my uncle, my aunt's favorite brother, knowing was beyond punishment enough. He's repulsed by her now. The whole family wants nothing to do with her. She keeps saying she wishes her parents were alive so she could tell them too. Her mom. Another edit. We don't know where my aunt and my brother are now. My mom is really worried about it. Isn't really worried about it either. Everything is kind of returning to normal-ish in the sense that my mom is back to work and acting normal.
That's kind of crazy.
I asked my brother if he's okay, but got no response.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, this is the mom's full younger sister.
Oh my God. That's hey, Erica. Thanks.
Yeah.
These stories always frickin'.
Let's hope that it's fake.
Yeah.
There's too much detail and that wouldn't be fake.
No, there's not enough detail for it to be real.
Anywho, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juicy drama.
And if you want to hear more stories, head over to patreon.com/judgiespod for the weekly bonus episode.
Weekly bonus episode.
It's all listener submissions, and nobody in their right mind would write in a story as fucked up as that.
I hope.
Not one that I would read.
Actually, I kind of hope you do write in a story that fucked up because I live for the drama.
Our very first listener submitted story was a fucked up one.
That's fair. That is fair. I was gonna clarify and say, at least in this situation, she wasn't the one fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, fucked up by what she witnessed.
Right. But the very first one was extremely fucked up.
I don't even remember it.
The person who had a threesome with her stepdad and her principal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. That was our first listener submission.
That was our first true one that was written. Like, it was their story. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
And then they had an update as well. So another hour over on Patreon. Thanks for listening. Bye.
And if you
I'm
wanna
so sorry that I ruined your
and
whole
since
mood here, Joshua.
TikTok's for sure dying now, follow us on all the social media
It's fair.
platforms at JudgiesPod, JUDGIES pod.
If you want to send us your own story, you can do that at judgiespod@gmail.com. And then go over to the Patreon. Okay, bye. The Judgies love you.
And if you want to support my YouTube channel, it's Hashan YT.
Oh shit! So I didn't plug that, brother.
Kiss off.
It's a really good
Violent Femme
Violent
song.
Femme
It really
song.
is.
Oh.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hope it didn't leave too bad of a taste in your mouth that you can't make it out of the bonus episode. Bye.
Oh, do you want to cut that and I'll
The
read a
Judgies
different
love
story?
you.